Welcome back to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Rain, and today we have a project joining us that I think is going to be huge. As we've discussed on this channel, decentralization and the blockchain is creating opportunities for projects and companies to create efficiencies that drive down costs and cut out the middlemen. Projects that do this well will cement themselves into the future as blockchain technology changes the world in ways like Amazon and Google changed the world 15 years ago. Some of these companies will be giants, even though we are seeing them in their early days today. Today I wanted to bring you the team behind a project that I think is revolutionary. I think is one of those projects that will decrease costs to the end user by a lot, as well as remove a lot of middlemen so the creators can make more money too, which will drive an even greater marketplace, specifically in this case for high quality videography and photography. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. If you like money in crypto and are looking for a real investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family by liking our videos and subscribing with the all notifications bell enabled. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto investor that went from thousands to millions in the past 4 years, and I'm sharing with you how I think about crypto that has led me to the actions that took my portfolio to life-changing wealth. My guess is if you will join us over the next 4 to 5 years, these principles can help you do similar. I say most because some of you will not be able to override emotions, and that's okay. It's just some people aren't wired that way. So whether you are, you have to ask yourself, and if that's you, then join us. Well, let's jump right into our bringing our guests on, and perhaps the coolest named crypto project I've heard in a while, and that is Savage.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, Luke, thanks for joining us. I love the name of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Now, the audience might not have heard of you because you haven't even done a launch yet, so it's in those early stage days. What is Savage and what is Savage doing?
So Savage is a NFT marketplace for not just high-end video and photos, but specifically photography and film. We are starting kind of with high-end video, but really just focusing on all video in general. From our point of view, 7 billion people have a camera in their pocket, and iPhone capture technology, the cameras in iPhones are just getting better and better, putting cinematographers like me out of work. But the people shooting on these iPhones are getting more creative as well. So there's just a huge market for photo and video that has not really connected with crypto and NFTs yet. And so that's kind of where Savage comes about. It came from a real need, I think.
Yeah, because right now there's some existing services, but fair to say that they're difficult for the end user to be able to connect to. And say Shutterstock, and I forget some of the other bigger names. And you can go out there and shoot footage, but then to really try to resell that yourself, they take how much of the resale prices? Say somebody shoots a 2-minute video that has some great footage, and they sell it on Shutterstock for say $200. They would get approximately how much of that?
80 to 100. So yeah, the platforms, legacy platforms are taking anywhere from 50 to 70% of the cut. So yeah, that from the filmmaker and photographer side, everybody always kind of focuses on like the problems in the music industry, and how like artists have never gotten the fair shake, and the labels, and they're taking everything streaming. But on the film side and the photography side, it's there. Those same problems are there. Just seems like it doesn't get the same amount of attention. So yeah, the legacy platform side has been kind of broken for a long time in favor of the platforms. And I think it's ripe for like decentralization and doing what crypto does for finance. NFTs are doing that for the arts, but thus far it's really just digital art. And so Savage is there to kind of bridge that gap between this untapped market of photo and video, which is huge. Content demand, content creators are huge in numbers on this side of the thing. And then NFTs are kind of booming on this side. And so Savage is going to kind of be the bridge to merge those two together and bring all those people to blockchain.
Yeah, I remember about 20 years ago when I was at the university, I worked a little bit on part-time building websites. I remember Shutterstock, some of those that were out there, because you don't want to go out and have to shoot the art. You just want to purchase stuff that's already there. And I didn't realize at the time the actual artist only gets anywhere from 30 to 50% of that sale, and that the legacy platforms are taking the lion's share of that.
Yeah.
So you're going to be creating a service similar to the use case for that, but because the people can make so much more money, it's my guess is that'll bring tons more artists out of the woodwork. In fact, regular people that shoot cool stuff on their really high definition iPhone could even make some money doing that.
Totally. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we started Savage from a real need in the market, not just from the legacy side, but also from the NFT marketplaces that are currently out there, the big ones. I went to go look into NFTs when they started to pop up, because what we were doing with Savage, there was a lot of, so I'll preface that Savage has been a functioning stock video legacy company for about 3 years. We've established relationships with a bunch of brands, Amazon, Samsung, TCL, all these companies. But blockchain was there as an idea. And then in late 2020, early 2021, NFTs started to come out. And I saw a lot of similarities with what we were doing with what was happening in the NFT world. Went to go maybe check it out, upload some stuff. And I was hit with like a 40 to 50 megabyte upload limit. So that, I mean, from my point of view in video, like, I was instantly out. I can't condense anything I do down to 40 or 50 megabytes. And beyond that too, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity just for like rights management, rights managed contracts. I mean, there's nothing built into these NFT marketplaces. Like, when somebody purchases the NFT, would that hold up in court? Like, if you're the owner of that NFT, would it hold up in court that you have a transaction from OpenSea or Rarible? In the media world, most often that's not enough. So we're doing stuff like building in rights managed contracts into the metadata. This helps protect the artist and the customer in any situations like that. So there's, that's something that's maybe a bit more specific to video, but it just goes back to the need of, if filmmakers and photographers are going to come to this space, they're going to expect those things in the marketplace and those protections, those upload limits. We want to showcase our stuff in the highest quality. So that's kind of where we started with building the marketplace.
I like that you're focusing on this niche that you know really well. And we hear so often, oh my gosh, NFT marketplace, there's 20 projects building an NFT marketplace. That they're kind of a broader, like, we're talking NFTs of like, 10,000 mint type NFTs and trying to make it cross-chain compatible, where your niche is essentially Shutterstock or something on the blockchain, something like this. This is a place where web designers and videographers go. Maybe they don't want to shoot some film of the ocean, they just want to buy it to be able to use it in their either full production movie or something else, and they just want to buy it. So they need that kind of marketplace, which is laser focused.
Yeah.
What you're focusing on.
And I mean, even beyond that, like, there's brands, major brands that are always looking for exclusive content, whether that is a TV company like Samsung that's outsourcing the video that's going to play in stores. Sometimes they just have to go through 20 different channels to put that video together. If they know of a place where the exclusive rights are available for X price, that makes their job a lot easier. So, Frank with his iPhone that captured this amazing, Aurora Borealis or whatever, now has that pathway to get 98% of the sale to Samsung. Samsung gets exclusive rights. I mean, there's a lot of brand potential, especially with the creators that we're bringing on board at launch. The stock media thing, that's kind of the basis, but we're thinking quite a bit bigger than that as well.
It's pretty exciting too for those young artists that they don't have to go through this difficult enrolling process with like Shutterstock or a centralized thing. It seems like this would make it easier for them to be able to put their stuff up, put it in the marketplace, and then that right buyer can buy it and probably pay less than they would have from the other source. And yet the creator is making more of that money.
Even beyond that, I mean, on legacy platforms, the platform itself was often a barrier between the artist and the brand. So you could never, like, let's say Amazon went to Shutterstock, loved my video, I would never talk to Amazon. And so that's a potential future huge moneymaker for me if I had a direct contact with Amazon. So on Savage, we're going to like get out of the way. We want the brands to go look at that filmmaker and talk to them and go like, we love this shot. We're buying this shot, but we also want to hire you for this future project. Yeah, and essentially like being the middleman isn't necessarily just about how much of a cut we're taking, how low the minting fees are, or whatever. It's also about just getting out of the way, connecting the brand and the buyer with the artist.
That makes perfect sense to me. Now, we're investors here, specifically crypto investors. Tell us about your token. You have a token releasing, I think, in December.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're targeting a mid-December IDO, and then a centralized exchange and probably a decentralized exchange as well. So we're kind of just building up to that mid-December launch. Marketplace will be hopefully 1 or 2 weeks behind that. And the marketplace launch will kind of start with 20 or so hero creators. And these are big legacy people that have not jumped into the NFT game for a variety of reasons. We will be kind of featuring their work, giving them a couple days in the spotlight. That'll run for a couple weeks, and then we'll do the full like public open the doors, everybody come in, start minting your NFTs and getting your work out there. That'll hopefully be a few weeks after TGE.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you have a platform, at least the marketplace, close to market ready, and your rollout just gives some of these big names to come on, because then they'll probably tweet out and do a lot of advertising for you, and they'll say, hey, yeah, all my audience of 10 million subscribers, here, is some of my artwork or some of my videography that you can buy. And so then that drives tons of people to your marketplace.
Yeah, and other creators as well. We want to be the marketplace for filmmakers and photographers. So it's kind of about going after that whole market of not just the buyers, but also the creators themselves. And that starts with making the marketplace fair, and which has been the biggest thing for us. It's part of the whole idea is to make the marketplace fair for the creator.
That's awesome. Now, would you mind if we share some of your footage? Because you have a YouTube channel yourself. You've been shooting 4K video. In fact, I think you were the first on YouTube to do
8K,
4K video, 8K video.
Yeah. We're the first 8K video on YouTube. That video has like 8.6 million views right now. It's kind of what started this whole thing. But yeah, we went to a ghost town in California, and we just used an expensive red camera and got a bunch of footage that blew up. MKBHD commented on it right at first, and it just kind of exploded from there. So
that's awesome. And you've been doing for the last number of years a lot of high definition footage for big names, and brought it for commercials and other shoots, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've through Savage, we have worked with brands like Amazon, Tesla, BBC, National Geographic. We've covered a lot of brands, a lot of commercials, a lot of content. And, within our kind of launch influencer list, the goal is to bring a lot of these brands into the crypto space. And so a lot of thought has been given to how the marketplace functions to make that easy for those brands. We don't want to ask a rep from Amazon to have to create a MetaMask account right away. So there's a lot of thought that has to go into making this thing make sense for legacy people, but also work in the crypto world as well. So we think we're bridging that gap pretty well.
Nice. And your token itself is launching on Matic, right?
Yeah, we're on Polygon. Yeah.
Perfect. Which makes sense for what you're doing at this point. You're going to save people a lot of money on transaction fees.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a big barrier for entry, I think, in the crypto world, even like photography and film. You're going to front $200 to mint something that you don't know is going to sell. So it's an investment, and so at the end of the day, we wanted to make a platform that was carbon neutral. That was a huge thing for us, because for our relationships with Nat Geo and all these brands, they put so much time and effort into negating their impact on the environment that as a creator, you couldn't really go and mint an NFT on Ethereum without some kickback. So a lot of artists, a lot of creators saw this, and it's why a lot of them haven't even entered the crypto space up until this point, with how lucrative NFTs have been for artists. There's so many sitting there that haven't entered the game for that one reason.
because it might interfere with their existing contracts with certain large organizations that have a zero, like a carbon neutral policy.
I mean, it directly interferes with it. So.
Yeah, perfect. So you're creating a system that they can come in, and Polygon, I mean, the energy costs are really, really small, as well as the cost to the end consumers to be able to mint it and take a risk on themselves. I really like this footage. I think it'll sell. They mint it for very cheap, and then people can buy it with very small transaction costs. I think we're all a little bit gun shy because the Ethereum transaction costs right now are so huge. I just paid another $250 in order just to do a Uniswap transaction.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I mean, like from our point of view, like we went back and forth on which chain to build this on. Polygon made the most sense because it's EVM compatible. But at the end of the day, like the NFT volume lives on Ethereum. You can't get away from that. But for us, we have to be carbon neutral up until Ethereum 2.0. And then we make that easy transition. So for now, Polygon is like, it's what we're building on. It's what we're going to be on until Ethereum 2.0 comes out. And then we'll likely move to Ethereum 2.0.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Now, would you mind if we shared some of the footage of some of your high definition audio or video with the audience? It wouldn't give us a YouTube strike, would it, if we shared that?
I could probably manually let it go, like do something. I think like I might get an alert and then just go, no, that one's good.
They're like, reject that crypto rain channel. Done.
Yeah, let's roll it.
Yeah, let's do it.
7 billion people carry a camera in their pocket, but content monetization is broken. Introducing Savage, the world's first marketplace that allows creators to easily, fairly, and ethically monetize their content. From world-renowned creators using the latest and greatest gear to the up-and-coming smartphone creators. We are
great. That gives them a chance to see kind of your background. I love your background for this because you've been like a producer of this and you know what the artist's problems are so that you can address a solution that the artist will be really excited about. And my guess is if the artists are able to make a lot more money, they'll be producing a lot of art through your system. And that's where the people will come for the audio and or for the video and for the photography. Right, that's where the buyers will come, especially having the carbon neutral that many of these big buyers need.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, we're talking to some artists that have never even done stock video or stock photos. So their work is like sought after. You know, like I just if I'm building a new brand, I want that photo to be like front of the pitch deck or whatever. Like this content is very, very high end stuff. But at the same time, like we want it to be a marketplace where the iPhone creator can put their stuff up alongside these guys and it's like the quality speaks for itself.
Yeah, and you'll have all kinds. It seems like on the other side, you'll have all different levels. Somebody just building a website for their little business and they need some stock photography, as well as, some of the big, like LG wants something for their displays of their TVs, and they want the highest end video that they can, and they want exclusive rights so it doesn't show up on the Panasonic TV right next to it.
Exactly. Yep. And I mean, that's where the exclusive rights is a huge thing as well. Like we're building rights managed contracts into the metadata of the NFTs. I don't think any other NFT marketplace has done this yet or is doing it. But since we've been a functioning stock video company for the past 2 years, like it's huge for us. Like I'm not going to sell anything if there's not an official like rights managed contract in that transaction. So for us, it protects the buyer, protects the seller. Most of these big brands would not likely purchase something, even if in the description of your NFT, you said this is exclusive. They're like, I don't care. Where's the document? Like what protects me in court if you come after me? These are all things we're looking to address.
Perfect. Makes perfect sense. We thank you for joining us. Exciting what you're doing. I feel like this will bring better efficiencies, cheaper for the end users to be able to get the artwork or the videography or photography they're looking for. And the artists can make a lot more money. I think this will bring more artists into the game overall.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Luke. So you see why I wanted to have them on. I'm sure you get it. I like these projects that are creating real-world solutions, and cryptographical encryption as well as blockchain technology allows that in certain instances like this. Love what they're doing, and so we'll be following this one closely. Thank you for joining us today. If you're ready to level up your crypto game, well, I like to think you're in exactly the right place. Like, I don't know everything. I'm not even always right. I'm just almost always right. So if you're ready to level up your crypto game, if you're here for life-changing money, some of you are here for wife-changing money, or just here for that really nice Lambo, strap in because these next few months are going to be hot. And we're creating the most informed audience in crypto, so join us. If you haven't subscribed, you might consider it, as the principles I share are proven. They help you resist FOMO. They help you resist the urges to panic sell right at the bottom. And the system I share helped me go from thousands to millions in just 3 years. These principles will work for you as well, so stay tuned with that bell button, that all notification button on, and strap in because it's going to be bumpy. And it's going to feel like a rocket ship at times, but I can't wait. This wrap is for you, my Rainmaker family, reinforcing the principles that I share, help you resist that FOMO as well as that panic selling. Thank you so much.
Came into the space chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, be bad before you're good. Was taught to buy when it was boring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I'll always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't lead with my heart. The principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Buy when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, go parabolic and dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. The time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and a feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge to gain show. Sticking out this wrong cause soon will come a bear market. Learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. Naysayers come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. I'm sticking around, the time is better. I'm strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. In 2 years time the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. Let go with the hate, let the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough. And that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.